He suited up 5 times as the Man of Steel, and he's chosen to accept this mission, going toe-to-toe with Tom Cruise. But now Henry Cavill is on a very different spy versus spy assignment to take out Nazis in the World War II thrill ride, the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Gus March Phillips, I have a mission I want you to lead. Thank you, Sergeant.
What's the plan?
World War II, an extraordinary time, horrendous time. When you really look back at what happened, you realize quite how mad it was. I mean, if you made it up, people would say, don't be so ridiculous, that'll never happen. And things like that would never happen within the war. Yet they did. And so there is a responsibility to speaking to the bravery, heroism, and madness of people like the SOE operatives. But at the same time, it's okay to have some fun with them, because there's a chance some of them are still having fun at the time as well. Guy's style lends to that, and there is absolutely an hyperbole to this telling of this story. But at the same time, it's suitable and it's true to the spirit of the story.
And this is the totally mad and mostly true story of the first Special Forces team in history.
If I'm to do this, I'll need my own team. You won't like them. Let's go! They're all... mad.
The ensemble cast bonded at director Guy Ritchie's weekend barbecues. But co-star Alex Pettyfer says Henry set the right tone from day one.
There is an equality that he brings and a humbleness that just sets the tone for an amazing opportunity to collaborate, you know? The key for us is to make the best film possible for audiences, and that starts right here, you know? And so for me, it was a huge learning experience. And also, I know you watch films and people say in press junkets, we've become a brotherhood, but I hope that audiences enjoy this movie as much as we enjoyed making it, so we get to hang out again for a couple of months, because I love these guys, you know? I really do.
To have a group of lads who, one, are just stand-up human beings in their own right, but to have everybody kind of aiming for us to succeed in this kind of movie, it was an amazing thing.
And luckily for Alex, Henry still has some of his superhero skills that may have sorta saved him from dying.
Best moments on set of this movie for me is probably being saved by this guy. He probably doesn't remember too much, but we were on these ships, and at nighttime we would transition from these, I guess these, not dinghies, but boats onto the main ship. And because the waves were so big, whatever, the boats would sometimes clash, you know? And so I was putting my foot out to try and avoid someone who was entering at the front of the boat onto the ship, and I nearly fell in. And this guy grabbed me just as I was about to fall into the ocean at 2 o'clock in the morning and pretty much saved my life. So maybe not a moment of filming, but a huge moment of gratitude.
What people don't know is that I was actually trying to push him in. And then someone caught me and I was like, oh, got you! And pulled it back in.
The cast includes that other Henry Golding, newcomer hero Fiennes Tiffin, Mexican bombshell Aiza Gonzalez, and the ultra-buff Jack Reacher himself, Alan Ritchson, a total unit.
Everyone's always jealous. Alan's a terrible person to work with. Eats too much, he's out of shape.
We were trying to keep in shape.
There was sort of some morning gym sessions. I think it's probably the movie where I left all of that to Alan for the first time. Alan sort of really carried that torch.
Yeah. And there's no outdoing him, so we were like, you know what, Alan, you take the spotlight.
Good.
I just would look up to my left and see Alan, look up to my right and see Henry, and be like, I gotta get in the gym, man. I'm just the skinny
Well, you
Irish
just
guy
look up
in
and you
this
just
movie.
see an arm that's big
big
as my thigh.
Where's Alan? Oh, that is Alan.
That is Alan.
So I was somewhat inspired, to be fair, and yeah, we.
Can't you tell he's been working out?
We
Look at these arms.
next to these guys, man.
I gave him a hug when I saw him, and I was like, "Oh wow, you're like, yeah, man."
I cut him off straight away.
Because I'm so happy that you noticed.
Yeah,
I've been working out since.
To me as well. No, he said it for me.
Tell.
All that muscle behind the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare arrives in theaters April 19th.